Hey everyone, it's Nick Geo, and I just wanted to update everyone here about what's been going on the last week or two during this time of the epidemic, the quarantine, coronavirus, COVID 19, whatever you want to call it. I have my notes down here, so if I'm looking down like that, that's just because of the notes. But overall, it's been pretty good on my end. I know it's not good for everyone, but I'm still able to do work every day. I am a substitute teacher, so this is more grad school work and prepping for job interviews and job applications to become a high school teacher next year. And in terms of any interviews, I had a phone interview with a school district, and that was last week. And then the day after, the department chair invited me for a video interview that happened this morning with him and this one assistant principal. It was the three of us. I thought it went well, and they said that they would still be in contact with me in terms of if I progressed to the third and final round, which is an in person interview. And I'm not going to be able to do that, obviously, until the school is open again, which right now it's April 6th, but I'm pretty certain that it's going to be more like second half of April or so, just because at least here in Illinois the cases are just going up, up, up. You'll need to really decrease the cases, I think, before you let people back in altogether in public spaces. Other than doing all of that prep, and that was a lot of prep. That was going through. I use the teachers Reddit subreddit to see, okay, what are typical interview questions that they might ask? What are some things to get ready in terms of tips for video interviews? And also what kind of questions I could ask. I went on this one website through my grad school called Interview Stream, and that's where I was able to practice just dozens of interview questions on education. And I was able to then analyze what I did after. And I realized some things. I realized I sometimes touch my face too much, which, especially in this climate, I shouldn't be doing, or I touch my hair. I was saying a lot of ums, which I know was something that I noticed in one of my YouTube videos that I think I talked about earlier this week or another video. And I cut down on those things. So I think that the video interview, which it was on Google Hangout, Google Meet, those are kind of synonymous. I thought it went well in terms of being able to speak. And I think it does help having this YouTube channel so that because in the past year or two, I've been practicing talking just to a camera right now. And another thing that really helped with the interviews was this book by this husband and wife. It's called The First Days of School. And it really helps me in terms of knowing, okay, this is how you manage a classroom well. This is how you become an effective teacher. They had a bunch of tips. And I knew through student teaching and when I was a long-term sub at the middle school that I could have managed classes a lot better. So it was good learning those things because then I could talk about those tips and those advice during the interview. I'm also applying for more jobs. More jobs have opened. Actually, I checked them today. I hadn't really checked them until after this interview because I wanted to I always compartmentalize everything. So if I have an interview coming up, I'll just focus on that and really make sure that I don't leave any stone unturned and that I don't have any regrets. But now that the interview it started at 7:30 in the morning today and it maybe ended at 8:15. I looked, okay, what other districts that I've looked at, which I've looked at 20 or 25 districts, which ones have opened up more or any sort of science teaching jobs? And some have. I saw that there were two, so I'm going to work on answering their essay questions, just short essay questions tomorrow. And then I want to get endorsed in chemistry because I'm endorsed in biology, but a lot of school districts want you to be endorsed in biology and chemistry. I already have all the classwork for chemistry, so it's just a matter of studying and then taking the test at the local community college, which I'll be able to do once they open up again, which for them, it's not until at least April 19th, and it might be later than that. So I'm going Khan Academy right now on YouTube, just going through. They have like 120 chemistry videos, and that's how I did it for biology 2 summers ago, or about 2 years ago when I wanted to take that endorsement test. I went through Khan Biology, and it helped. Also, a couple of days ago, maybe this past weekend, no, this past Friday, I finished an assignment for my physics class, which is just an online class at BYU. And that was the last assignment before the final exam. So I'm mostly done with the class. I just need to take the final, but the final needs to be proctored at a local community college. So again, I have to wait for this community college to open up again before I start doing things. So that's a little unfortunate. After this week, though, once I'm done with these job applications and I get through the Khan chemistry stuff, which I should be done with it maybe by the end of this weekend, the next weeks they're a little bit more light. I mean, it always depends on if I have interviews. I hope that I have more interviews, that I don't just have this one school district interviewing me. I hope for at least a couple, because I know that it's competitive. There might be dozens of teachers applying for the same position. So I'm a little nervous in terms of, will I get other interviews? And with this whole quarantine, it's something where I don't know if they're waiting, because this school district didn't wait. They just went right ahead. So are other districts waiting until school is back in session before they do something like a phone interview or a video interview, in-person interview? Or are they doing kind of the same thing? So that's a little bit of a worry. Other than those things, I just have a lot of free time, because what I have been doing is I've been working around 5 hours each day, so not too much on all the stuff I want to do or need to do. And after that, I usually exercise in the afternoon, so it's been a lot of tennis outside, tennis serves. You saw my other video, maybe, and hitting off a brick wall at the local middle school, which I did today, or riding a bike in the basement while I watch some tennis on TV or some of my YouTube channels I subscribe to. And speaking of YouTube, also just in general, watching a lot of YouTube these days. Not just the Khan stuff, but also just all the channels I'm sub to. Witcher 3, which is another video game, an RPG. It's a really highly regarded video game. It won a lot of awards. So I've been trying it out the last week or so, and it's been pretty fun. And also with video games, I've been playing some Warzone. I'm just kind of waiting for the patch now, because I feel like I need a good patch to get back into it in terms of some of the issues. My main thing is just the audio of the footsteps is too quiet, and the audio of guns and vehicles and airstrikes and stuff are too loud. So it's pretty tough for me when I am using my headset and I can't really hear people coming from behind me. The chess, I've been playing more Blitz chess, and once a week doing the Lone Wolf like the other video I did. Talking with friends, we've had a group me for years now, just a group text there. And also this past weekend, I think I might have talked about it, but we played some online poker while we also had a Google Hangout going on, so that was good. And I did pretty well. I won close to $30 against them. And yeah, those are the things in terms of my free time. And then other things, besides being nervous about all this job applying stuff and all thinking about, am I going to get interviews? Another big downside of this, and this is a more common one in terms of people losing jobs, but I was supposed to be substitute teaching this week, so I'm missing out on this pay, and I'm going to be missing out on multiple weeks of pay. It might be 2, it might be 3, it might be 4, it might just be this one, but yeah, that it's not ideal that I'm not making money. Luckily, my two parents, they're supporting me and my 3 sisters living here, so it's all of us just kind of bunkering down. My parents are the ones that do such as the grocery shopping and stuff, so that we limit our contact. But I applied for unemployment insurance last week through Illinois, and I thought after a week or so that they weren't going to do anything about it, but today in the mail, a debit card came from the department. I think it's the Department of Unemployment or like Revenue or something. And yeah, I got my debit card from them activated, and right now the balance is zero. But with unemployment, it's about half of your weekly wages each week they add to the card. So I'm hoping that's what happens, that I get added some money and then I can use it. That'd be nice. And also getting the $1,000 check, I think twice from the US government coming up. So that'll be good. Overall, things are pretty good besides being nervous a little bit about not getting paid and not knowing if I'll have other interviews and not knowing if I'll land a job kind of thing. But I like that I'm progressing and I'm also relaxing. There's a good balance of working and having fun compared to something like student teaching, which was mostly work. And like I said, I'm waiting on this community college so that I can get endorsed in chemistry, so that I can finish the physics class, and then I'll have to take another physics class before I take the endorsement because they increased the number of hours you have to do before an endorsement test from 15 college hours to 18. So I'll do a little bit more of physics, and most likely I'll have that in-person interview at whenever school's open with the one school district and hopefully others. And that's been my update. Comment down below how your quarantine is going. Do you have a quarantine? What is it like? What are you doing? What are you missing? What are you liking about it? And yeah, I hope that everyone here has a good rest of their week. And most likely I'll be making videos more often than what I was doing during student teaching, which was once a week. I think it'll definitely be at least a couple of videos each week. So I will see everyone next time I see them. All right, bye.